Welcome to sideB, motherfuckers.
Welcome to sideB, motherfuckers.
Hey, one goal, one thing, one move, and that shit don't change. It's certain. Real niggas do real fucking things. Real niggas do. Ay, there's only one goal, one thing, one move, and that shit don't change. And it's certain. Real niggas do real fucking things. Real niggas do real fucking things. Alright, I'ma keep it general just like the army. Most real niggas know most niggas phony. Your shadow got your back, huh? Just like your homie. That's why shady niggas will harm thee. Just ask Caesar. Brutus got him and caught him before his last breather. If that don't make you believers, then you'll learn. Honesty is a quality that will burn, but it's cool. And trust is a quality you will earn. You a fool if you think you learn all of the rules. Imitating imitation and they calling it cool. I know a little bit, but go ahead and call me a fool. While you sprinkle sugar on shit and you calling it food. See, I'm just trying to groove and you standing on the wall with your hands on your balls, making crab claws move. Trying to bonk at a dog, but I don't bonk, I just fall back till you think you winning, but you lost in the beginning.
Yeah, man, that's the main thing we about to be talking about on the on this ETOUFEE joint. Just all these freaking mediocre ass white men has been just getting outed now, nigga.
Some of them, some of my hip hops and shit like damn, dog, not you. I just hope none of my favorites.
Oh, of course your favorites have done something
One
stupid.
of my favorites already.
Hear me? Dustin Hoffman has done something stupid. You fuck with Louis C.K.?
I was shocked and disappointed.
Especially with
CK.
Especially with how feminist he be trying to be.
Yeah. Cause like he be saying some real shit.
Yeah.
But apparently you've done some not real
Some
shit.
ill ass shit, your damn self.
That sucks.
Who cast the sword?
But no, I wanna
come out for like people.
I wanna read the whole list on air, man. Well, we recording right now, but you gotta let me see that go.
I can't believe Dustin Hoffman, dog. I fuck with Dustin Hoffman as far as like following his career this in the third, but now
I was tripped out about Kevin Spacey, dog.
Yeah, that one hurt. I just don't want to hear about like
Kevin Spacey was a bitch about it.
Jon Stewart, Stephen Colbert, like those guys. You know.
Nah.
I remember.
Jon Stewart was on Half Baked. He would never do such a thing.
I remember how freaking tripped out everybody was when that rumors that Denzel cheated with Sanaa Lathan. Remember all that?
That shit got out real quick because it went in and out. Like I don't remember.
Yeah,
that.
it got in. You right. It did get in and out. But I remember we was like in high school, I think, and that was like a big
See, look, you was
deal.
in high school. I'm a little bit younger for y'all listening. That shit was like what? No, I didn't hear nothing about that until later on in the years. It's like, oh, there's something going on. I will say this.
Okay.
I believe Denzel hit.
For now?
Yep.
I don't put nothing past any Hollywood actor about anything.
Me neither, honestly.
There you go.
I honestly like
that.
to be truthful, which
I mean,
is
a
like,
man's gonna be a man, and Sanaya is Sanaya.
I mean, a woman gonna be a woman, bro. You know what I'm saying? You think if you Sanaa Lathan and that's Denzel Washington, shit.
She probably throw it on Denzel. You never know. You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, I'm just saying, like, I ain't tripped out. Like, I mean, if it happened. I ain't trying to push no shit. But just, I wouldn't be surprised on either level. Like, if Denzel, felt like he wanted to mess with a little young tenderoni. But on the other side, like,
I wouldn't hate.
cats like Denzel Washington, man, I mean, they're looked as like legends and stuff. You know what I mean? So it's like, Sanaa Lathan grew up probably looking up to Denzel Washington in some capacity. So
I can imagine how many times Sanaya watched Glory.
I say Glory Road.
Glory Road.
That is a movie too. But I can imagine how many times she didn't watch Glory.
Yeah, it wasn't a Denzel movie. But yeah, son, so that's why I'm just saying I wouldn't just put it just on, Denzel trying to hit Sanaa because she's Sanaa. Nigga, that's Denzel Washington, nigga.
That is true. It is Denzel.
Fuck. But
it is Denzel.
yeah, man, but it's not like we freaking lost on the fact that rape culture has been pervading our whole society and system since the onset of our society and system. Yeah. It's just glad. I mean, your boy Charlamagne said the other day, I feel like we're in the age. He said we're in the age of accountability, and I agree. That it's time to start putting motherfuckers out here. But we gonna
put himself out there and give himself dunk of the day.
We're gonna get into all that in a little bit, because first off, we gotta let people know who we are, man. This is welcome to the Fly with Bats podcast, episode 37, side B. this is that actor guy, Martin Bats Bradford. You can find me on all your social media platforms at Mr. Bats. Spell it, Mr. Out. You ain't gonna find me in as usual. Just like on side A. I'm here with my brothers.
You already know. You dig? It's your boy, D-Mac, French Bread Kid. And that's where you can follow me at on all of your social media platforms. French Bread _Kid. Welcome to side B.
You don't wanna go to war with these nuts, nigga. It's your boy AlphaJoe. You can find me on Facebook at Joseph Alphaman Pines. You can find me on Twitter at Pastor Mike Pines. You can find me on Instagram at Alexander the Ape 3. And for side B, we in this bitch. And I want to shout out to D-Mac for making this amazing ass coffee, cause I'm tearing this motherfucker up.
Yeah, I'm an expert coffee maker.
And that dude, whoever was, who we just interviewed on Misbelief this Saturday, he was talking about branding and stuff. And you made me think him just not joke, because he was telling DC that DC need to make all his shit DC Paul instead of, Slim Hotep, this and that. He's like, consolidate.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, nigga.
I was been supposed to do that.
You gotta make it simple or simply.
It's probably all gonna be Joseph Alphaman Pons
or something. I'm just saying, like, you just maybe instantly think of him on that level, because you already know. I mean, I'm not gonna say that anymore. But anyway, like, yeah, this is episode 37, side B. Shouts out to Your 30 podcast. Shouts out to Trilliterate podcast. Shouts out to We'll Figure This Out podcast. Shouts out to the Metal Hand of God podcast. Shouts out to the Black Guys Next Door podcast. Shouts out to Three the Hard Way podcast.
Therapy Noir
podcast. And of course, the Misbelief Radio Show podcast.
We'll give a quick little shout out to Curse of Art, who's starting their business.
Yeah, shouts out to Rachel and Darlene, man. Curse of Art. Seems like they're producing theater works and creative works and such and such and such. That's our girls.
Yeah.
Man, I got into it with this little white boy. I haven't got into no internet situations. Not full blown into it.
Got sucked into the vortex partially.
Partial vortex sucking, bro. That
White people bring you to the second place on Facebook.
Dude, it just was trippy because it was in this little thing where this discussion came about like changing the races of superheroes or whatnot. And I always stood by, like, I feel like certain superheroes you could change their race and it wouldn't make no difference. And certain superheroes, their race is kind of intrinsic to who they are. You know what I mean? Like Black Panther, because that was like, well, if we made Black Panther white, you can't make Black Panther white.
No. In an African country?
Come on, you can't make Luke Cage white. Like, certain things is like part of when Luke Cage, he from the hood, and that's what got him caught up. It was an allegory to Tuskegee experiments, the way they experimented on him to make him get his power. So it's black ass shit. He was drug dealing with this black situation. Him and his, like, dog, certain shit so black. And these are the type of things that came up with these people of, Luke Cage, because they was mad because I think they came up with, I think what started was Johnny Storm being black. They said it was unnecessary. I said, well, there's nothing about Johnny Storm that's inherently white.
Unnecessary is a very passive aggressive term to use in that situation, because by that same logic, then no fucking race change is like necessary. You know what I mean? Like, you got to give me something that's white. Because it'd be one thing if like it was one of them cats that's like, man, no, I'm a proud Italian, you know what I mean? And they always talk about their proud Italian roots or whatever. I'm a proud Irish, yeah, and that's part of what you do. Now I'll be like, you know what, yeah, you know, you gotta stay part. That's your culture, it's a cultural thing. But Johnny Storm is a little white boy, like, so him being black or even him being Asian or him being Indian or anything, it would, as long as he a funny playboy as white boy,
right?
You
know what I mean? You good to that character,
right?
Let me ask you this then. Because once upon a time you said it couldn't be, but I want to know how you feel now. Can Batman be black?
No, I was about to continue what I was saying. And my only reason, but the thing is, the dude gave me a freaking curveball on that. But but I said the only way Batman for me could be black is if he was born post 2000. Because if you go by, because part of the history of Batman was that his family freaking helped build Gotham through their billions, and in the context of America, for a black family to have been able to build within, because part of Bruce Wayne's shit is his white privilege. Like, that's what opens certain doors for Bruce Wayne. That's what allows Bruce Wayne to be the asshole rich boy and do all this crazy shit, and people are like, oh, that's Bruce Wayne. Like, certain things is so part of that character, and it's like a lot of shit, some white privilege, Batman. So it's like, you know what I mean? And then you have this billionaire heritage of billionaires. Dude, that's a hard sell for a black family. Like, you know what I mean? If anything, you might have the first black billionaire family generations. You know what I mean? But like,
you would have to be oddly specific about that.
You have to be very specific about date in the context of America to keep that part of the history. Now, if you just talking some rich nigga that's just beating niggas up in a bat suit, then okay, then it could be anybody. But I'm talking about if you trying to keep in terms with what's going on
Story
with
of Batman.
Yeah. Now the nigga in that same conversation brought up, well, what if Bruce Wayne got adopted. And I was like, well, if this white family adopted this black dude, you could get away with a lot. There's still some shit he would deal with just being a black billionaire. That's a whole other type of stories.
Right.
But
that's a whole other story.
That's a whole other can of worms.
You're not even real, son. You a nigga.
And then you take on their fucking whole company, their whole everything, and everything after they die. I mean,
I'm not serving after this nigga.
You know what I mean? And it might be interesting stories too,
but it won't be the original Batman story.
But once again, you know, it's one of those things where I wouldn't be as offended if they made Batman black as if they made Black Panther white. You know what I mean?
Because Batman wasn't about him being white. You know what I'm saying? Black Panther, like, the blackness is important to the entire fucking story.
Bruh.
You know what I'm saying? Bruce Wayne's whiteness didn't necessarily, like, move the story forward like it does in Black Panther or any other black story that has to heavily do with how race, you know, like, helps or hurts them.
And my thing was also and always, like, you know what I mean, like the mere fact of because I brought this up, I said most comic book characters were created between like the 1930s and the 1960s. You know what I mean? Of course, they had new ones since then, but a lot of the most iconic characters that we know of today were made between the 30s and the 60s. During that time period, much like today, but especially during then, the default was white.
Wasn't that segregation?
I mean, dude, you covering so much shit between the 30s and the 60s, my nigga. You covering a lot.
Like, that is a big
if you expect, most times black people wouldn't even get opportunities to create cartoon comics. So most of those characters were white because the only people that was able to make them stories were white people. If a majority of these characters of that we beloved today, if they were created today, they wouldn't be white. Some of them would be, yes, but it wouldn't be all of them.
Like, dominantly white, though.
There'd be a huge diversity of characters.
It would be way more diverse. You know what I'm saying?
Martian would be something else, you know. Green Lantern would be Asian.
That's happened at this point. At this point, we've had an Asian Green Lantern.
Well, that's every Green Lantern at this point, honestly.
Not every. No.
I mean, dog, when the Green Lantern went to his home planet.
I mean, they got a whole bunch of aliens, but I'm saying like the main the first Green Lantern.
There's like 3 of them and not Asian. 2 whites and 1 black.
Yeah, 2 whites, a black, and an Asian. But like of the big is ringing.
No, I said don't let this fall.
Oh yeah.
I was just looking at it, just sitting on the edge like that.
Gotcha.
Push me to the edge.
But like what was that? Oh, like So but no, like when it comes to the blackness, I mean, I lost my thought. But like so we going back and forth. And like I said before, dog, those characters wouldn't even be white, dog. So you gotta take all this you gotta take in context and shit. And he was like, man, I was like, even Wakanda's never been conquered by white people. That's a big deal, dog. Right. That's prestigious. If you try to turn any minority character white, it's wrong because you can't do a 1-to-1 on the 65-13. Y'all 65, we 13. So y'all gotta stop these 1-to-1 ratios that white people, including black people, always like to make as if, well, if you turn one of ours black, we should be able to turn one of yours white. No. Those black characters exist because they had to exist because we were the minority. To take from the minority is egregious. Like, you can't make a 1-to-1 comparison.
What would Wakanda look like with an all white part in Africa?
No. This is what the white boy tried to tell me. He said, Wakanda don't have to be toppled by. I mean, no, Wakanda could have been colonized and still been Wakanda. No!
Whoa! Colonized and still been Wakanda?
That is the whole... And that is a foundational problem. That comment right there speaks to so much of how the white mentality operates, like, in terms of just race and, like, what do you have the right to do and what you don't have the right to do. Like... Who in their fucking logical mind thinks colonization still maintains the uniqueness of the fucking, like, place?
The originality of it all.
When it was created, and that was the big deal of it when it was created. If anything, Black Panther luckily was made, and it was made in the 60s by white people, and them white people was at least woke enough to be like, look, man, these black people getting shitted on. We gotta throw them a bone. Let's make them a king character. They made Black Panther such a supreme being.
He was like, right, like all the characters that made that were black, they made Black Panther out of all the Marvel characters one of the most supreme
because they
top niggas in the fucking league.
Well, go ahead.
I'm just saying, like, Black Panther's damn near on God level.
I won't say all that.
Like, he's not a god, but like he's on that level of like top, like in the Justice League on DC, you got what, Superman and Batman at the top. Black Panther, even though as far as like being known ain't the top, he's the top nigga to call.
I mean, he a big time nigga, but what I'm saying,
he's in top 5 of the top niggas if there was like the Avengers.
What I'm saying, like, at the time that he was created, it was a necessary thing for black people. And you as a white dude can't understand how important him being a king, him being black, and Wakanda being an African nation that's never been conquered is to black people when you create a black character. And he just wasn't getting that when I was explaining that. I was like, son, then it clicked to me like, you're a white boy. There's certain things you're just not gonna get. Because I was saying, like for us, they still the first black whatevers that still happening. In 2017, we still having first black groundbreakers. We still gotta break ground in 2017.
Bro, we trying to elect our first black female mayor.
We still breaking ground.
And
what first white things do they have to still be excited about?
That is very interesting.
What grounds are y'all breaking?
I mean, they've broken it before most of them was born. It's already been broken and rebroken and stolen and stolen.
Like that's what that is.
And all kind of other things that I had to really take in that, wait a minute, you're not even seeing Black Panther the same way that I'm seeing Black Panther. You're just seeing him as this character. He's just a character to you, and he just happens to be black. And I'm trying to get you to understand, no, his blackness is part of his character. And you're not getting that at all.
Right.
Johnny Storm's whiteness ain't got shit to do with who he is.
Right.
And there's a lot of characters. Superman could be green. He's from fucking Krypton.
Right.
You feel me? But certain, like, you know what I mean? So it was just an interesting thing when it clicks that way. Certain shit y'all just ain't gonna get.
Man, I'm like D-Mac. When he used the word colonization and it was cool, that's when I checked out. Like, nigga, what?
No, he didn't say it was cool. I won't misword him right
I
here.
know it's not as cool, but the fact that like things would be normal.
No, he didn't say things would be normal. I'm gonna say what he said, that the Wakanda could have had some European whatever king or whatever at some point, and the character would still be the same. That's what he said, which I still don't agree with, but I just want to get it clear what he said.
To me, that is just looking for a fucking excuse or just any sort of fucking in to make it seem like it's okay to have a place that is influenced by outside fucking cultures and it's like totally fine. Like
forced too, because colonization don't happen like peacefully most of the time.
I don't take it as him saying it's okay, because what he said, what he's
saying is that they could do it and Wakanda could come beat that and defeat itself and come back to itself.
No, he's saying that the character, that Wakanda being never conquered by whites has none. Wakanda can still be Wakanda even if they were conquered by whites before, and he's not getting no. That's the thing that makes Wakanda special, is that it wasn't. But since he's white, he don't see that dude like. You know what I mean? Because the thing is, he understands racism. So I ain't gonna just play him out here like he was just completely clueless, but he just wasn't grasping that concept of, no, dog, this is not just something. And then he tried to go out. Generally speaking, I don't believe in any race switch in any way. And I'm like, well, that's on you. So he was like, so to me, it'll be stupid to turn Black Panther white, because he was never white to begin with. And I'm like, but son, like, it still go back to, you're not getting what I'm saying, though, dog. Like, you just not getting it at all.
Now you're trying to avoid it,
right?
And, and looking for another way out to see what y'all can agree on that. Well, look. How about this? We agree that none of them should be changed. Huh?
No, but I don't agree with that.
Either, nigga.
Because the only reason why half these niggas is white is because that was the default. Some of these niggas need to be flip-flopped to Asian and Hispanic and to black and to all kind of other shit, because y'all got like 70, 80, 90% of the characters in comics galore is white motherfuckers, dog.
Hey, Batman.
If I would have known about T'Challa growing up in the same manner that Batman is exposed to me, nigga, I'll be Black Panther, some kind of nickname, and not Bats. Really.
Nigga been having a lot more Black Panther costumes for Halloween than they do Batman and Superman.
Especially in the hood. Imagine if we grew up on Black Panther in the hood in the 80s and 90s, nigga.
Nah, in the hood we gotta dress up as Spawn. That's our black hero.
And they weren't even doing that, because Spawn was something that we ain't really even, like, when it came out, niggas ain't know that he been out.
Right.
Yeah.
Just like Black Panther was created in the 60s and he's just getting a movie in 2018. You know what I mean? Like, dog, like, and the fact that is a fact. White boy, you trying to tell me like that Wakanda, like that's not special, that Wakanda was never conquered, or that Black Panther could be white and or raised by whites? He said white or raised by whites and still be the same. I'm like, no. The whole purpose is we've been in our own little fucking corner,
and we ain't even talking about nobody, not just whites, nobody,
no other Africans, nobody. We're in our own culture, and we keeping our culture, we keeping our accents, like we said on the side A, how Chadwick Boseman said, no, we keeping our accents, we keeping everything, our religion,
100%
we keeping everything, nigga. And that is very special to black people, but y'all not gonna get it if y'all don't get it. And you know,
but you know they will get it if you go to fucking Ireland and switch all that shit around.
No, right. They'll get it if we make an X-Men story or a Zootopia film, or we make it some metaphor.
If we just say it plain, James, just right over their fucking dome.
Unnecessarily.
Son, they tripped on characters like Annie and shit for turning them motherfuckers different races. You know what I'm saying?
And they don't make no difference.
Stupid ass shit. Like,
and once again, what Annie being black, how does that change Annie? Ain't nothing about Annie was inherently white. She was an orphan that needed a family. You know what I'm saying? Like certain characters, white people, y'all gotta understand, dog. We were forced to see things through your lens. I had to be Zach Morris. You feel me? I had to talk through Zach. I had to see things through freaking Kevin Arnold and Ben and what's the nigga from Boy Meets World and all these white people. We had our black shit, and that's why we was happy. And we are so lucky.
When the generation got That's So Raven on Disney Channel, black people lit up, and then they had Penny Proud and the Proud Family. Black people was like, oh my god,
we got
these
shit.
are bones.
We got shit,
dog. Because before that, we was leaning on Smart Guy and fucking Sister. And if you from the hood, dog, if you couldn't get the Sister, you was getting the Friday. You was getting a fucking booty call. You gotta watch these things now.
I'm saying, dog, there's no way that you can compare the amount of white shit you also had to watch.
Oh man, hell no. You can't turn the TV on anything you watch on any given channel. You're gonna always see white people no matter where you go. From the news to the fucking TV shows to every movie you watch to the PBS specials to even the cartoons that you see on a very everyday basis, dog. White people are everywhere in everything and in every magazine.
So you got the nerve when we turn fictional characters into any other race?
Nigga, you done lost your mind. You done gone pecans, boy.
Come on, man. Come on, son. So unless you can really, and at no point could he freaking argue that, unless you can really argue the point that they have to be white because of this, then shut the fuck up and let people do what they want to do creatively. Right. But anyway, like as you can see, we're already in our show.
You want to colonize your opinion.
Apparently, dog, gentrification is real when it comes to the Facebook deal. But like on side B, we get into, which is basically in a way already started, that ETOUFEE of the day, which is topics just like this. You know what I mean? More on the heavy regard. We try to stay light on side it. You dig, for the most part, because sometimes you just gotta talk about
this ain't about white people. It's about the white supremacy mindset. I mean, that most white people have.
It's about America, and that's what we get into after the ETOUFEE today, the daily dose of America,
which is your friendly reminder of where you live and just who the fuck you dealing with
out here.
And then we have the hero highlight, where we get a time to take a moment and shine light. About to shine an ass whooping for a second. This is when we shine light on someone who's doing good in the world of pure D fuckery.
Yes, indeed. It's pure D world of fuckery. So, we already done got things started. So, without further ado, let's hit that starter music.
Let's go.
I said starter music. Hit that ETOUFEE. Shit.
Oh, man.
Like I said, nigga, it's been too long. Nigga forgot a podcast.
Panther got his first gun. He ready to murder. He out of control like a swole on bourbon. I don't even drink. If I see you, I ain't see you. Nah, I don't even blink. Nah, I don't even think that I'm here. But if I see you and I like you, I'ma smile. Is this really who I am? Then versus now. Life is too wild. This shit is out of hand. I'm just trying to live, but y'all don't give a damn. I'm just trying to be cool. I don't wanna lose my work, lose my mind, lose my spine, lose my shirt. But if you know me, then you know I go berserk. And you know I go berserk. And you know I go berserk. Head first, I'm just chilling.
So in this ETOUFEE today, and by the way, y'all, I've officially made the jump over to making our podcast completely our podcast and shit. And apparently that's even letting things pop up on YouTube. So, for the longest we had, you ain't got a lot of kicking, my nigga. As as our intro, get other different songs that belong to other artists. As we gonna just only use our own people music. So
yeah.
Cause that way shit clear. We don't have to worry about when sponsors ever come, paying any fucking body or whatnot. So since that's happened, now as soon as I post, the joint on our regular site, dog, that thing just come up like naturally. Where is that? It just come up on my regular page, dog. I was like, oh, that's cool. And you could just play it straight from the page without even having to go anywhere right there.
Wow.
It just goes up now. And once again, that was the thing that was stopping us on YouTube, because you're supposed to straight go up to on the Gumbo Monster page on YouTube. But YouTube kept on saying, nah, nigga, you got music that belong to other people, so we ain't gonna clear this. So like, yeah, son, I ain't gonna tell you what the music is, but when y'all get a chance, we got original music. I still got to figure out what to put on here.
Well, what's funny, dog? That bitch about to be. She got her first gun, she ready to murder.
I might use that now. I wasn't gonna use that one, but on some funny shit like it's Go Berserk.
Right, Go Berserk, dog.
Go Berserk has been the go-to, but that's the thing, dog. I found like Tizzle. Shouts out to the homie Tizzle, who usually do a lot of our music and whatnot. There was a couple of songs that I've slept on that one of them is now Wannabe's coming soon. One of them now gonna be Wannabe's theme music. Cool. Or whatever, and another one of them is gonna be used, and that same one is gonna be Wannabe's theme music. I ain't gonna front. I use that on side A for the new starter section music because it fit. So yeah, son, and like you said, like I might find something else. I might use one of Raheem's songs, dog.
Yeah.
I use that and we are. I might put that one for like ETOUFEE or something. I don't know. Ooh, that Michael Jackson sounded one. It sounded like, you know what I mean, we what was Stop the Madness. Might go with that.
Stop.
Might go with that. Because all his other songs are very specific to things like sex and love and drugs and shit, and they ain't got nothing to do with what we be talking about out here. You hear me? Shouts out.
One thing.
I mean, but that's his song about shit. You hear me? So shouts out to Raheem. No more karaoke coming soon. Yeah. But in this ETOUFEE today, like we was talking about, you know, all these motherfucking things going on. It's just like men, we just been tripping. Like men have been tripping in the news. Like period. Like even before we even get to
men have been tripping in the news. Men been getting caught.
Huh.
I mean, men been tripping, period.
They been tripping for a long time.
They been tripping for a long time. Men been tripping, men
now
suck.
Cut.
You hear me? Straight up. I get what you're saying now. Yeah, dog. But I want to start it before we get to the white people, dog. Remember, y'all heard about the freaking dad who killed his son for being gay. In 2017. Are you kidding me? You kill your... What?
So where was this? Do we know?
Bumfuck Egypt.
You said bumfuck Egypt. Nah, son. It was here in the States.
Oh, I thought you saying here like in Louisiana. I was like really not surprised.
I'm surprised that I'm not surprised, but I'm surprised in 2017 that like, you know, like you killing your kid.
Like, yeah, you got that much hate in your heart, my
like,
nigga, to kill your kid.
Son. Gay is just like so norm. Like, and I understand if it's still abnormal for you. You hear me? But it's still like, nigga, like I'm not saying understand if it's still the way I'm trying to say it is it can be abnormal for you. Okay, that's you, but you can't act like it's this complete foreign entity that's not. So it's not part of the culture at this point. You know what I mean?
I ain't saying whatever you should have done wrong to him, like kick him out. I ain't saying you should have done anything. But killing him shouldn't have never been the answer.
Never been. It shouldn't have been an option back in the day when motherfuckers was trying to like be super secretive and it wasn't as accepted. It shouldn't have been an option.
When nigga killing the gay niggas like witches.
But it's so right. But it's trippy that in 2017 where it's way more accepted, so much legislation is getting passed. Even if you old and you don't get it, you gotta understand that it's here to stay and it's been there because gay has never not been. So it's not like you could ever escape homosexuals. They're humans and they've been here. But to kill your kid, nigga, and it's just like, really, nigga?
Like, who are you, nigga? Were you like a town superhero or something? Like, why you would kill your kid like that?
This happened in Nevada, by the way.
You got something evil in you.
Yeah, dog. That's all that is,
dog. Because just no matter what the reason is, just having the strength. What I don't even want to call it strength.
The gall.
Just like you have the real gall and the physical. Like, you can actually murder your own child
for any reason, right?
For any reason, it's like, dude, no.
Look what they say though. They listen to the argument. Apparently, the father shot his son. Neighbors also claimed the gay son was also left at home. Like the fact that they claimed not even the son, but claimed the gay son often left at home alone and unsupervised. They must the father and claimed the father mistreated him. So this nigga been abusing this little kid.
Yeah, dog. Like you. Harboring something.
This not even being gay. You been fucking over this little kid from jump.
I mean, most likely because he saw he was gay though. He's the man's father. He been seeing, you know your kids, bro. Like, and he been had a problem. They been having arguments, and it's just like, you need to rot. Like it's just you need to freaking rot, dog. And all y'all motherfuckers need to rot off that goofiness because it makes no sense, bro. You're supposed to love your kid regardless, and any weirdness that's got in your head, whether you want to count it from back in slavery times, whether you want to count it from religion, whatever you want to count it to, you need to drop that shit, nigga. Love is love, nigga. Straight, there's no other way to put that, and especially if you're dealing with your family, dog. That's your son. That's your son.
That's your son, dude. Go
that's
directly to jail.
You shot this man. You didn't even beat this man up, which I still don't agree with. But you shot this man. You ain't got a gun. You was like, you know what? Fuck this.
I mean, we're belaboring the point at this point. Once again, that it makes no
Fuck
sense. Back to these white people, dog. I want to start with this fine ass Demetria Obertor. How you say her name? Demetria Oberlord, the fine ass chick, the Dallas anchor that white lady tried to get kicked off and only made this girl even more famous
for being fine and smart,
for being fine and intelligent, dog. Black girl magic on Beam, dog. And it just tripped me out there. White people like so the subsection of them, they're so intimidated, like because she tried to say that the woman's dress was too short and too tight when it wasn't. She just fine. You just like I don't know.
There's nothing she could wear that would hide that.
Would hide that. You can't Demetria Oberlord. You
she had
can't
to wear
hide
a slave dress to hide that.
What's with you and slave shit?
I mean, hey, dog. There's many different slaves.
They call it her traffic bae at this point. Everybody's some kind of babe.
Yeah. When I first said traffic bae, I thought I was like actually a traffic lady outside. I was fine. I didn't know it was her.
No, her whole situation. Yeah. And Gabrielle, you all kind of celebrities and everything. It's a trip how things go viral. But I'm like, for you to have like the wanna, because when you go in comment sections, sometimes I'll be like, why did you even take the time to even do this, to write this, to make this dissertation? and you just don't want this woman to be great, or does your husband at home just can't stop looking at her ass?
Right.
It's her husband at home. It's her husband at home.
Yeah, man.
And all her friends' husbands.
I don't know, dog. It's just it's a common theme, dog. And like, and was the thing is, she put the woman on. Like, you basically just put this lady on through all that.
Like, you're just giving them more attention.
Because black girls gonna support. They be like, and then small white girls and other races gonna be like, what the fuck you tripping about? Tommy Lauren wore that shit. She just couldn't fill it out. It's not her fault that she couldn't fill it out, baby. So you keep being great, man. And then like we look into. Like, so much has been happening since we've been off the air, dog. And I'm talking about, like, all these white terrorists that's not getting called terrorists. Whether you look at the Las Vegas shooting or look at the Dallas shooting, it's like, what?
Man. Right now it's this big wave of, like, mental illness.
Right.
And I just think that is just really hilarious. Like, it's the hugest, like, smack in the face to every single minority in this fucking country. Like, every single non-white person, like, from this mental illness shit to the drug shit where, you know, like, it's being treated now like a fucking sickness and not a fucking habit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just really like reminding us like what this shit actually is, bro. Like, they will take to task what they want to take to fucking task, and they'll fucking shit on anything else, and they'll take their fucking drug habit to task and fucking address it like it's a fucking sickness. But they never did that shit for us.
The niggas, we were savages.
Yeah, we were just
niggas
savages.
In the hood that kill, we savages. We don't need mental help. We don't need any kind of like understanding or empathy. We just need jail.
We need jail. That's what we fucking needed, jail. But
jail gonna get that mental illness right about you.
Yeah, but y'all need fucking treatment now, and like that coupled with this whole like white terrorists not being taken to task as being white terrorists.
It's like white Nazis or Nazis.
Like,
I feel like if you're a terrorist, it's automatically given that you have some kind of mental illness. You're a fucking terrorist that's willing to bomb and kill.
I won't say that.
Some people are pushing to that. You know what I'm saying? To the mental illness to go there.
I just think they got levels, though. I'm not going. I ain't
gonna say about. I'll say this.
I'm not gonna call every evil person mentally ill.
Word, you're right.
No,
you can't even call. Yeah, because you're right.
That takes the fucking responsibility from them.
From the actions that they've done and the consequences they need to freaking pay for.
Right, like that's the whole point. Take responsibility. Fuck mentally ill. You did it. You know what I'm saying?
But the problem is, it's only mentally ill when it's these white boys that look like your sons and your nephews and your cousins and them. You feel me? Like, otherwise, there's no remorse. I mean, we get killed and we don't get no sympathy. Mike Brown was a thug in his death. My nigga Trayvon was a thug in his death. Our bodies ain't even all the way cold, and they're already making us demons. Yet y'all motherfuckers do these massive freaking church burnings and shootings and killings, and it's like, dog, look at his family. His friends were like, he wasn't a bad guy, and it's like, this is the ongoing thing. Like, some teenager just burnt the church down in Louisiana. You heard me? So it's like, my nigga, like, y'all, and it's white people again. So it's like, dog, like, at what point do we just call a spade and we ain't talking about a nigga?
Nah, what point do we start burning their churches?
I'm not even saying going that route, son.
I don't know. I'm just saying, like, sometimes you get pushed in that corner. What you expect a Black Panther to do?
I mean, I don't understand why. What's the point of burning a white church? Like, that don't do nothing, dog. Because these people. The people in the white churches ain't the ones that's necessary. Well, even though they got a lot of them that are as well, but that's a broad generalization. That's just bullshit. But
fuck that.
But the problem isn't that. The problem ain't us to go retaliate and burn churches. The issue is them people in the media and these people in the laws need to start saying what this shit is and giving these niggas the proper punishments for the shit that they doing. Call this nigga a terrorist, just like you demonize them. All Arabs are freaking terrorists now. Then they're all Indians are freaking terrorists because motherfuckers at the time so racist they can't tell Arabs and Indians apart. All black people be thugs. All Hispanics are fucking immigrants and motherfuckers that you can't trust and thieves and rapists. You feel me? All us other minority groups get demonized, dog. But the white people, they can do the most worst egregious thing, the most hateful thing, and they won't even demonize the fuckers. That's the problem. They won't give them the maximum, dog. We gave a boy a rapist 6 months, but we gave Meek Mill 2 years for probation and smoking, failing the drug test. But this nigga Brock Sampson raped the motherfucker and he got 6 months. These are the issues that need a problem, dog. They need to freaking rectify when we talking about this fuck shit.
Right. Man, I found out from another article because he was popping a wheelie in the hood. That's what broke his probation because that was against the law.
I don't know about that, nigga, because The articles we read saw that. Either way it go, the point still remains, dog. Brock got 6 months.
Right.
For rape. And nigga, me got 2 years for probation violation, for probation that probably shouldn't last as long as it did. It's funny that one black person could lead to, oh my God, we can't trust them niggas. But we look at this complete outing in Hollywood right now of all these fucking white dudes, particularly in the one Asian cat. Because, I mean, when Bill Cosby was accused, and I still say Bill did it, and Bill should get punished for it, but he got out of it. You feel me? But Bill Cosby, dog, so many black people was freaking, the Cosby show was thrown under the bus. So much stuff was going down with Bill Cosby.
He got the ultimate repercussions, dog. Not the ultimate.
He got the ultimate.
But as far as his career, he got jail time, which is the ultimate repercussion. But as far as that nigga career for most things, that nigga took a huge blow more than any other white actor I ever seen in my life take.
He ain't gonna never be Bill Cosby that we knew.
Nope.
Again,
No.
You dig? But these other people,
Bill Cosby.
You know what I mean? If you talk about Kevin Spacey, this dude really, he blew me, dog. Like,
Kevin really hurt your heart, huh?
Dog, because dog, it's fucked up. Like, not necessarily just as an actor, dog, but the fact that once again, dog, it was never a secret to me that Kevin Spacey was gay. I always thought it was just common knowledge that he was gay. So
I didn't know.
So when he come with the I'm gay shit as a means to be the bigger story over, you know what I mean, over him being a freaking pedophile, molesting ass motherfucker. It's like, dog, like that's messed up, dog. Like,
put it on gay people who say you're a molester, dog.
And it's already wrong because a lot of straight people already believe that gay people are more prone to pedophilia.
So now you're gonna push that agenda, huh?
You push that
Which
agenda.
I think it's really weird, by the way. Like, I'll never understand that logic track. Like, you're gay, so you touch kids.
Even
like,
though most pedophiles,
I think you would have said I've been touched. I'm tripping. That's why I touch kids. That'd have been made more sense. Like, I've been touched before, then I'm gay.
huh?
Like if he just said I've been molested before, then I can see why it's a pattern that you're not saying you should
You
get punishment.
can't. There's nothing you can say if a nigga accuse you of molestation or rape, and you can't. You
can't get out of it.
Yeah, he didn't even apologize for it. He said, "Well, if I did it, then yeah, well, my bad if I did it, but it sounded like it was a really bad thing if it really happened. But I was drunk, so whatever my drunkenness did, if it was bad, my bad. If it was bad, I don't remember any of that stuff though. And it's like, damn, you didn't even say no.
that was a very dry confession.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like you saying I'm gay, you saying I was molested. None of it matters, dog. You touched this dude and you basically confessed to it. So you need to freaking confess to it. That's the one thing I will give Louis C.K. At least, even though he did all this fucked up shit, which is fucked up, and you deserve everything that's coming to you, at least you admitted to say, you know what, these stories are true. I give him at that at the very least, because a lot of these motherfuckers will dodge till like 20, 30, 40 women have to push them into the light. You heard me?
Fuck it. I mean, I would do it. I'm sorry. I gotta until you finally catch me.
I mean, Louis C.K. was thrown into the light as well, but at least when he was thrown into the light, he didn't deny. A lot of these motherfuckers get thrown into the light and didn't deny. And I just be like, nah, dog, like 50 women ain't gonna say the same shit about you. I've never been accused of rape, not once. Nigga, so you ain't gonna come around here and get me to believe that the rape fairy just out here accusing the motherfuckers everywhere. Nah, son, take your lick.
At least he copped to it, so.
Yeah, I forgot what he did. He sent dick pics or some shit.
This nigga bring women into motherfucking rooms and just pull out his dick and fucking like jerk off in front of them and shit. Like, and he'll do all kind of things, and the problem with it that makes it predatory in so many regards, because a lot of these cats have done weird shit like that, dog, and that's not the only thing he did do. That's not the only thing he did. You feel me? But this nigga here, son, like they.
What kind of comedy is this? Come in my room.
Sorry.
Yeah, I can see if you just drew down and be like, what you want to do? Nah, this is what gets me off right here, freaking you the fuck out.
I mean, I'll have to go to the article, but there's a lot of things, a lot of fucked up nasty shit, and what it all comes down to is abuse of power, dog. You know what I mean? Yeah. Here you go right here, but here goes a different article. But anyway, it comes to abuse of power, dog. Like, you know, you're Louis C.K. That's my problem with R. Kelly. You feel me? When people bring up the R. Kelly shit, I'll be like, dog, the issue is he has a name, son. So people bow down. We got celebrity worship in this motherfucker, heavy, dog. And Louis C.K. doing this to co-workers that's below him, though. So he knows that if he pull this shit, they've scared of their job, and whoop-de-woo. And that's what Harvey Weinstein did to do to these bro. Like, that's the common thing. These men be in power, and they know, and we live in a society where the women are taught that they got to be nice and they got to be tame and they got to maneuver in a different way. So you know what I mean? They take advantage on that. They prey on that, and that shit is fuck shit, dog. And it's a trip to me that, like, whether it's just
sweetie, hey little boy, let me make your career on the casting couch.
I mean, dude. So like I say, Louis C.K. son, like a lot of these cats, like I have no remorse for it, because Louis C.K. like he's a well-known activist for black people.
Yeah.
He go hard for women too, and I guess that's probably what made the women start having this. I mean, philanthropists or so much good shit. I guess that's what made the women start going like, look, bruh, we tired of you saying all this good shit in public.
Yeah, I mean,
but I know you can pull your dick out on me without my consent.
Yes.
In private multiple times.
That counts, man. Like, you know, everything positive that you did, notwithstanding. You know what I'm saying? Yes, you did all that. But it becomes different when you pulling your dick out on chicks. You know what I'm saying? Like, no.
And forcing them into rooms to see it. And
you don't get a pass for that.
And he made a movie about this topic. And they said, before this information came out, the movie seemed poignant because everybody thought he was a good dude and it was just fiction about like a nigga who's basically using his power to push up on women that he's working with.
He was airing out his laundry.
Son, they said when you watch the movie, knowing that shit's one of the most perverted things you can see because you know it's like him. Like, it's like, oh, shit. You killed your career.
Yeah, sorry, Louis. I thought you was funny.
I thought you were hilarious. I fuck with Louis C.K. son.
I was fucking with him, but no.
I can't
There is a big black mark on your fucking shirt now.
And this is 2017, and like about 20, maybe even 10 years ago, this probably wouldn't even flown. That's why these niggas been under the radar. But here's a complete full list of Hollywood sexual predators.
I want the list, man. I want my feelings hurt.
All right, let's see who we know. James Toback. I don't even know who that is. Let's look these people up. A lot of people who
James Toback don't
know this motherfucker. A lot of these people gonna be these white niggas that we either know by face or don't know at all. Let's look up the good old James Toback.
Screenwriter, film director.
Oh, so that's gonna we don't know your name. So what did you direct? What you known for? Screenwriter, film. I didn't want to go to your ugly ass picture. You look like a nigga that's trying to be pervy.
You look like a John.
He said you look like a John.
Yeah, man.
James Toback, what do? You don't have a wiki? Why your wiki ain't here? You just a director. You should have an IMDb or something. Oh, come on, Yahoo search. Oh my God, no! Yahoo search is absolute freaking.
Man, you better be a fucking exec, nigga. On Yahoo.
Google is the real. So your IMDb, what are you known for? What are you known for? Fingers. What you did in '99? Mike, Black and White, Loving.
Pickup artist.
I don't really care about your career, but let's see what you did,
Bugsy.
white man. Multiple women have accused him of luring them into hotel rooms, trailers, and other places for interviews and auditions. The meetings would quickly turn to sexual in nature. Toback denies the claims and says his diabetes and heart condition make it impossible for him to take place in that kind of behavior. When does diabetes stop you from trying to get at bitches?
No, he's looking for sympathy. You know, I'm a sick man. Don't judge me. Nope, bitch, you're a sick pervert.
No. No, I guess like Tyrese blaming his outbursts on his meds. Like, no,
What more you want from me?
Off with your head, sir.
Okay, so the next guy, I don't know this guy either. Night Landsman. The art form publisher, so the publisher Art Form, that's magazine, a power broker, has been accused of sexual harassment by 9 women. They have filed a joint lawsuit against him, and he has since resigned from Art Form. Chris Savino, the Nickelodeon exec, was fired after a dozen women exposing sexual harassment and inappropriate behavior. Nigga, you working at Nickelodeon?
Nigga, what the fuck?
Why, dog? You Hamilton Fish the Fifth, the publisher of The New Republic, took a leave of absence after multiple female employees accused him of sex. Boy, these women ain't having it right now, y'all.
I'm glad too.
Tyler Grasham, the Hollywood agent, was exposed when he was accused of sexual assault and sodomy by actor Tyler Cornell, with an open police investigation pending. Grisham was fired by his agency.
The fuck?
Ben Affleck.
After condemning Weinstein, video resurfaced of Affleck grabbing former MTV host Hillary Burton's breast during a taping of TRL back in 2003. He has since apologized for his actions.
Nah, he's done that before.
He was very comfortable with doing that.
You were comfortable doing that.
but at least
you on live TV on TRL. Give me this titty, girl.
But nigga,
what?
Bryan Singer, I knew about this one. Bryan Singer, director of X-Men. The director has previous sexual assault allegations involving teenage boys on his rap sheet. In 2014, an actor named Michael Egan III filed this lawsuit alleging Singer drugged him and forced him to have sex at various parties in Encino and Hawaii when he was just 15. Another alleged victim said he was 14 when Singer asked him to shower in the nude for a film. Another alleged victim described Singer's misconduct in a series of tweets. Singer allegedly groped the man's butt and placed his finger down his pants. The tweets have been deleted. David Gillard, don't know him. The Hollywood producer was accused by actress Jessica Barth for sexual assault. She told her story in 2012, but Gillard threatened to sue. Now she's tired of keeping quiet and she's ready to press charges against him. Oliver Stone. Whoa, that's a big name director. Stone was one of the few to express remorse for Weinstein. Of course you expressed remorse.
Wow, they stick together.
He later condemned the Hollywood producer right before he was outed by his alleged actress, Patricia Arquette. said a weird meeting. Well, no, but outed by his alleged victims. Model Carrie Stevens and Stone honked her boob like a horn at a party. And actress Patricia Arquette said a weird meeting with Stone led to him sending flowers to her home. She called his behavior strange and eventually severed ties with him. These fucking men. Roy Price, the head of Amazon Studios, quit 5 days after being put on leave for sexual harassment that stemmed from a 2015 incident at Comic-Con. Twiggy Ramirez, a.k.a. Jordy White, the bassist for Marilyn Manson, was accused of rape and fired from the band.
Damn, I'm making Marilyn Manson don't play that shit.
Boy.
We about death and destruction, not rape.
Shut the fuck up. John Grissom. Corey Feldman outed Grissom as the person who abused him when he was 13 or 14. Grissom denied the claims. Ethan Kath, the Crystal Castle's frontman, was accused by ex-bandmate Alice Glass for grooming her at the age of 15 when he was 10 years older. Glass said he would give her drugs and alcohol, have sex with her without her consent, and physically abuse her. She quit the electronic band in 2014 just to get away from him. Mark Halperin, the political analyst, lost his NBC News contract. These niggas are at high places, like, dude, powerful people.
Man.
An HBO program and an upcoming book deal after 5 women accused him of harassment. Halperin reportedly grabbed their privates, pressed his growing up against them, and would kiss them without their consent. He apologized and said he realized how I
lost my shit.
It was.
I'm bad, my bad, y'all.
Boy, this is a
Dude,
fucking
this is a laundry
list.
list.
And that's just the niggas we know. New niggas coming out every day.
John Bash. Oh yeah.
John Bash, that was a celebrity step downhill. They hit him. Robert Scobie, the founder of Augmented Reality Form Transformation Group, was accused of groping a woman at a tech conference. Leon Weislester. Why you said it? Weiseliter? Leon Weiseltier.
Oh, Weissel. Yeah, I guess Weissel.
I call it Weasel Tear.
Well, I will. Well, you gonna be Weasel Tier because you're a fucking
there we
weasel.
go,
The
Weasel
former
Tier.
editor at the New Republic, another nigga at the New Republic, admitted to some offenses after several female. So you just can't be a woman and work no
Don't
fucking
go to
way.
the New Republic.
Yeah.
Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere as a woman. Brett Ratner, Hollywood producer, was accused by 6 different women, including Natasha Henstridge and Olivia Munn. Munn said she was asked to deliver food to Ratner's trailer on set. She's an actress. Why she had to deliver food to you? When she entered, he was fully exposed with the shrimp cocktail in one hand and pleasuring himself with the other.
my
Before
God.
she could realize what was going on, he ejaculated right in front of her. Oh my God. And old girl,
This nigga's crazy.
Gal Gadot, Wonder Woman, because he was producing, the Wonder Woman film. She said, he got to be gone if you want me to be in the next Wonder Woman. Boom. She said she ain't playing that shit. That's why I'm loving these women stepping up on these motherfuckers.
Oh man, Bob Weinstein, Harvey's brother.
Harvey's brother has been accused of sexual. Who's surprised? Right. Andy Signor, the creator of Screen Junkies, has been accused of sexual harassment by 5 women. Lockhart Steele, the editorial director of Vox Media, was fired after he admitted to engage in inappropriate conduct.
Wait, Andy Dick?
Andy Dick, that's the old news. I've been on that. I knew about him.
I did not know about
the actor
that.
was fired from an independent film in 2017 after he was accused of making lewd comments, groping and licking people's faces. I would sneak that nigga. He said he didn't realize it was harassment. He considered it flirting. Oh, God.
Andy Dick was doing some dumb ass
They're
shit.
all over the board. Michael Oreskes is the NPR news chief, was asked to resign after 3 women accused him of sexual harassment. What the fuck? Jeremy Piven, that's Ari on Entourage. The Entourage actor has been accused by 2 women. Ariane Bellamont said he grabbed a butt and groped her chest at her trailer. Another actress, Cassidy Freeman, who played the character Tess Mercer on Smallville, said Piven did something bad to her when she was far too young. She's traumatized. She don't even want to get into specifics. Oh my God.
Wow.
Oh my God. We almost to the end of this list, y'all. I just want to put names on the fucking recording.
Reverend Jesse Jackson.
Oh shit, we're gonna get to him. Matt Monadale. What?
Oh, my brother.
The former guitarist of the band Real Estate has been accused. Matt Monadale, Andrew Kramer, an executive at Lionsgate, dropped when a former assistant accused him. Kevin Spacey, who we already talked about. Adam Vinite, oh my God, that's the WME agent. Oh my God, WME was the biggest agency. Was placed on leave after Terry. Oh, that's the one that touched Terry Crews. Oh, like, dude. Now, this story with Terry Crews tripped me out, son. I understand it don't matter male or female. You can be assaulted. You can be a victim. I understand all that. But it's just a trip to me that, like, Terry Crews, like, Like, damn, dog, like, you this big ass black man, and you was so afraid, and that's part of not wanting to lose your career. That even happens to people on all scales.
Exactly what that is.
And as a black man, you know you in a white industry, and like, wow, I personally would have handled it differently. I cannot shit on him for how he handled it necessarily, because you never know when you feeling like your family and your livelihood is on the line. Would you might slide one time. Right. You know what I'm saying? Which you might slide that one time. He's not like he said every time he sat and went around, niggas was jerking him off. He said, no, this nigga touched me this time, and I felt some kind of way. I ain't ever say shit about it, but now I'm gonna say shit. You hear me? So it's just a trippy thing that hits y'all at all angles.
Yeah.
Ed Westwick, actor who played Chuck Bass on Gossip Girl, was accused of sex. Why is this paragraph so big just for him? What the fuck did he do?
He said Cohen said her former boyfriend took her to Westwick apartment. Westwick said, we should all fuck.
Wow.
Cohen was uncomfortable and wasn't feeling well, so she went and took a nap in the guest room. That's when Westwick allegedly followed her into the room and assaulted her. Her then boyfriend told her not to report the incident,
fuck boy,
as it could ruin her career.
Boy, if you boy, I wish my girlfriend would come tell me some nigga came up on her. I would say don't report it so I can fuck him up, if anything, not to. Oh, keep going.
The allegations were posted to BuzzFeed and later removed from their site, but the LAPD has now opened an investigation into the assault that allegedly took place in 2014. Westwick denies knowing Cohen and says he has never forced himself on anyone.
And Reverend Jesse Jackson,
a journalist named Daniel Young,
Danielle, nigga, not Daniel. You about to out Jesse in all kind of ways, Danielle, nigga.
Oh yeah, all right. Journalist named Danielle Young said Reverend Jesse Jackson has reached out and grabbed her thigh while saying, "I like that all right there."
I like all of that right there. He said, "I like all of that right there."
I like all of that right there.
And gave
her a thigh a tight squeeze. That's an old ass nigga for you, dog. I know old niggas that do that right now, dog.
Son, I ain't surprised whatsoever when you read about what a lot of them cats was doing back in the day. Last John Singleton. Wow, John. Journalist Danielle Young must be hot, because she also said Singleton grabbed her by the wrist, drew her near, and said, "Bring that juiciness over here," after an on-camera interview at a black film festival.
Oh, man, that's just... I don't know what the fuck that is. Black
What's wrong?
Because they suck, man.
Real talk. They suck, but somehow John Singleton doing that's some old ass nigga game.
Nah, son, I'm not giving none of these niggas no freaking I ain't giving none of these niggas no light, dog. Fuck that shit. I ain't giving none of these niggas no light. That's some niggas game, dog.
Man. That's some old school game.
No.
I like all that right there.
Like, son, you can't touch the lady thigh.
You're not supposed to.
And telling no shit like that. You don't touch woman on her wrist and see, bring your juiciness.
Bring all that juiciness over here. How dare y'all young look? Let's find out.
I just looked up. You just saw in your face. This lady right here, apparently.
What? Oh, I was looking at this white woman.
That's just black ladies, whatever. It honestly don't really matter what she look like, dog.
It don't, but I was like, damn, that white lady poo.
Nigga, either way it go, dog, it's like, dog, this is what's happening out here, and these women, like, they just got to deal with this bullshit, and like, you know what I mean, this, and really, dog, you can in a way say, dog, like that hashtag Me Too shit started a revolution, dog. Y'all remember that shit online where like all these women was putting up like, you know, Me Too if you've been a harassed, abused, assaulted, and it was like it was trippy to see all these women like
women on a daily basis get harassed in every single forms of every part of life everywhere in the world. Oh, yeah. I don't know a place where they not getting harassed.
They pause on that. I just want to throw out there George Takei. That's the cat. I think he was in Star Trek. The old agent from Star Trek. He was freaking accused. Richard Dreyfuss. He was accused recently. He went on the list. And Charlie Sheen was accused by one of the Coreys of molesting him when they was on some old movies. So I'm just throwing all these white niggas out here and Woody Allen. All these white niggas out here just fucking tripping, and black niggas. Just men. We suck. We just suck. But continue what you're saying, Seth.
Oh no, that was it, dog. It's like straight up around the world, dog. There's not one place I think, and I can't find one culture in today's time or ever in any time where women, in a sense, weren't treated as they're oppressed and been fucked over from day one. I can't think of no country that's not harassing women on a daily basis. Fucking some countries, it ain't harassment, bitches. You can't even go outside without your man, or you'll catch your head off.
And it's freaking like, and it's so crazy because we all fucking human. We come from a woman. We come from women. Your mama, son. It's like that's the only people, half the people you ever fucking respect. But I'm like, son, if you can respect that your mama so strong and your grandma so strong, how can you look down on women?
Right. It'd be funny because dog, niggas' sons be ready to kill for their mama, but like, you know, treat their bitch like property.
But that's what
and
they
I
get
say
taught.
that just to make it, you know, that point like that.
And that's what we get taught. We get taught that so heavily, and we think that shit is so normal, and it's a trip because when you get taught that when you poor and that's the normal. Imagine these niggas get power and money and think that's the norm. You feel me? It's like a ridiculous thing. And then when people start trying to because a lot of people these days be like, why we got all these new labels? Because people starting to put words on what shit is. You hear me? They didn't have rape. We didn't grow up knowing what rape culture was because nigga didn't know how to fucking conceptualize and put that in a term that's like, okay, this is what this is. Because it's a culture of being taught that certain things that's rapey is normal, and it's been so normalized that even when you mention it, they got men to this day they'll be like, oh, because you instantly, it's like we try to tell a white person about their privilege, and they be like, I'm not racist. Look, I'm not saying you racist specifically or even on purpose, but by having privilege, you're benefiting from it. And once again, just like as a male, I'm benefiting from certain things just by having a penis. And once again, there's certain things that you get taught. I'm not calling you a rapist, but we were all brought up on rape culture, which is why I give Charlamagne the God, like you said earlier, props for at least giving himself donkey of the day, but dressing up that he's done stupid shit and said stupid shit in the past, but we've all participated in some accounts in rape culture, just being men, because that's what we're all taught. I can't see if you was born anywhere before now, nigga, and you didn't participate in some forms of it.
Right.
With the way niggas be trying to act like it's a myth. It's trippy.
Because in their mind, most niggas ain't physically raped anybody, so they don't want to be part of a rape culture. They feel like that's a deep stigma that's on. But rape culture is much more than actually physically injecting yourself in somebody. It's all a part of a mindset where you move, and niggas don't want to admit to that because they feel that's the thin line. They feel like that's the line of rape, and I'm not on that line.
Because I don't want to be a rapist. It's like white people don't want to be racist, and it's a funny thing how the things are so freaking similar, dog.
You may not be a rapist, but you definitely benefit from and participate in rape culture.
And dog, because you can't go. It's funny, like you can see that racism isn't as simple as white people hating black, hating. It's deeper than just hating skin. Racism got all these other facets to it. So does rape culture. And there's this article, 25 everyday examples of rape culture, that I want to run down because once again, this shit need to be recorded. Motherfuckers need to be held accountable. We got to hold ourselves accountable. I mean, that's just part of it, man. Just no oppressed group, whether it's women, whether it's gay people, whether it's trans people, whether it's whatever, no oppressed group can ever rise until the people oppressing them start helping them and start opening their eyes that, oh shit, my foot is on your throat. You
Real
feel
talk,
me?
dog, straight up. Just take the foot off, dog. Take your foot off. You ain't even gotta lift the nigga up. Just take your foot off.
But you ain't gonna know that your foot is there if you don't even acknowledge that, you're doing anything wrong. So this article talking about, what rape culture is. It was on everydayfeminism.com. Of course it's on everydayfeminism.com. Of course.
Everyday feminist.
You hear me? So they discussing something more like we're talking about the way that we collectively think about rape. I won't get to rape culture is, and here's a 25. We all could take a few. 1, a university in Canada that allows the following student orientation chant. Y is for your sister. O is for oh so tight. U is for underage. N is for no consent. G is for grab that ass. Wow, that is a student orientation chant at Canada. Wow, okay. 2.
Okay. Pop music that tells women, you want it because of these blurred lines
of consent in parentheses.
A judge has sentenced only 30 days in jail to a 50-year-old man who raped a 14-year-old girl who later committed suicide and defended that the girl was older than her chronological age.
Whoa, this is happening now. 4, mothers who blame girls for posting sexy selfies and leading their sons into sin, instead of talking with their sons about their responsibility for their own sexual expression.
5.
We'll skip 5 because we don't see the photo, right?
6, supporting athletes who are charged with rape and calling their victims career destroyers.
Bro.
The companies that create
decals
of a woman bound and gagged in order to promote their business.
Whoa, wait a minute. What? I gotta go to this little thing right quick. A decal of a bound and Texas business creates truck decal of woman bound and tied. Oh my God. Jesus. Oh God, they really did that to bring in new customers. Oh God. Anyway, next. That was real. Anyway, 8. People who believe that girls allow themselves to be raped. And that's so common, like when older people are like, oh, she was asking for it. Like, no one's ever asking for it. Woman should be able to stand up butt ass naked and still not get forced upon. Next.
Journalists who substitute the word sex for rape as if they were the same thing.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, nigga. Like, no, we can't normalize that rape is sex. Oh, you ain't even censor the right thing. You'll link, but like yeah. Next.
And politicians are distinguishing legitimate rape and stating that rape is something that God intended to happen, among other horrendous claims.
My nigga said legitimate rape. I never even heard no shit. Oh my God, niggas out here. Okay.
Oh, that was legit.
Like this, and boy,
she was married to me.
And we start throwing that Bible in, dog. That's just like a freaking cheat code at times for motherfuckers being on the justified train. 11, calling college students who have the courage to report their rapes liars.
12, the ubiquity of street harassment and how victims are told they're overreacting when they are called out.
When they call it out.
Victims not being taken seriously when they report rapes on their university campuses.
Rape jokes and people who defend them. Now that's a controversial one to a lot of people. What can be made into what's on the
allowed,
table,
who's allowed to
when
say
it comes
it.
to jokes.
Yeah. 15, sexual assault prevention education programs that focus on women being told to take measures to prevent rape instead of men being told not to rape.
That's real. Like that's what's even
as
with
kids.
kids.
This is how you defend yourself,
Bruh.
Men, just do what you can.
Right. But girls, make sure you don't show your skin. Make sure you do this. We teach our little girls how not to get raped. We don't teach our boys not to rape. That we've talked about this on the podcast many times before, dog. It's like,
here's your antebellum dress,
nigga.
And here's your chastity belt, and here's your gun and mace.
And we enforce whole culture into them into believing that, oh, you're a hoe if you don't decide, if you don't do everything you can to not be raped. What's next?
16.
The victimization of hospital patients, especially people with mental health issues and the elderly, by the very people who are there to protect them.
What are they specifically meaning by that here?
Y'all rape people in old folks' homes and shit, and special ed?
Like special ed.
Wow.
Raped 60 times.
Mental health people oh my God. Mental health patient reveals shocking. Get out my, stop trying to sell me shit. Mental health patient reveals shocking abuse on wards that are playgrounds for predators. So they just be freaking fucking the mentally abused.
Yeah. Raped 60 times.
Oh my God, dog. 17, the Reddit threads with titles like "You just have to make sure she's dead" when linking to the story of a 13-year-old girl in Pakistan being raped and buried alive. That's sick.
18, Reddit threads dedicated to men causing women pain during sex. I'm not going to give the thread credence by linking to it. Credence.
The Twitter hashtags that support accused rapists and blame victims.
20, publicly defending celebrities accused of rape just because they're celebrities, ignoring or denouncing what the victim has to say. And that always happens.
20,
that always happens. Celebrities, we just let them do whatever.
We just let her talk about a whole list of the motherfuckers. Psh. 21,
shouts
assuming
out to
that
Nate Parker.
Oh God. Assuming that false reporting for sexual assault cases are the norm. Cases are the norm, when in reality they're only 2.8%, which is on par with Grand Theft Auto.
2 to 8%, and that's like, yeah, y'all act like these people just, y'all act like, because that's a part of our culture
like
too.
Niggas say this shit every day.
You hear me? Like people just, like women just out here just loving to like say I've been raped and loving to go promote, to go report I've been raped. Women ain't just on that shit, dog. But so many times, as soon as you say a nigga got accused, oh, you know them bitches be lying. Why I know them bitches be lying gotta be the default instead of, wait, what happened? You know what I mean?
Right. Only 3% of rapists ever serving a day in jail.
3%, y'all. 23, women feeling less safe walking the streets at night than men do, and there's statistics to support that.
24, 1 in 5 women and 1 in 71 men having reported experiencing rape.
1 in 5 women have reported it, and 1 in 71 men.
Damn.
There's so much wrong and loaded with that in and of itself.
1 in 71 men?
Wow. And that's just the niggas reporting it.
Right.
And that just lets you know women are just like, anyway, last one, D.
The fact that we have to condition ourselves not to use violent language in our everyday conversations.
And the list goes on and on and on, dog. And that's deep. Like, you know what I mean? They right. Like, we there's certain things that we just used to saying, we used to talking about. It's just the norm. It's like what we were saying before, dog. We've all been conditioned. We've all been assimilated. And if you don't start taking accountability of your shit, you will be judged. That's when you get judged. It's like you can't unlearn something.
Right.
You can try and pretend like you forgot, but once you've been exposed to something, dog, it's on you to either take responsibility or be a bitch.
Straight up.
And like, shit. That's all I gotta say on that, dog. Like, it's shouts out to Papa John's. You know what I'm saying? Because apparently, it's black people's fault that their pizza is sucking now and such.
I saw a meme that said, "Man, ain't nobody eating that pizza but Peyton Manning."
Oh. Maybe Drew Brees too, but at least he playing better. But either way it go, man. That right there like was basically the ETOUFEE of the day, y'all. Like I just wanted to just talk about like just what of the many things is going on that more of us men need to start talking. Because a lot of times, just like white people only hear it from white people, men only hear it from men. And man to man, any men listening, dog, we tripping, we suck. We need to do better by ours.
Right, man. Call out your brother. Say, Brad, chill that shit out.
Right.
That shit ain't cool.
Same way we want white people to call out racist white people, we gotta start calling out our toxic partners.
Straight up and down, and not just our partners. You know what I mean? There's certain things that we just let just go and let just slide. And you know what I mean? Most times, you be like, we hide behind, we ain't trying to be confrontational. We ain't trying to fucking
We hide behind, we don't know all the information.
We trying to fit in. I mean, peer pressure don't stop in school. You know what I mean? That's just part of it, dog. So even in the many circles, there's so many things that's just like that's mounting. But like, if you a real man, if you gonna stand by yours, dog, you gotta start seeing where you wrong and where you could get better and where you could do better. And dog, this is a change of society. Dog, this is a change of world. And we only could blame patriarchy for so long before we start dismantling it. We can only blame being conditioned. We can only blame the white man. We only can blame. We only can play victim for so long, dog. You only like not even to put it like this, dog. But I mean, you can't call it rape if you consenting to it. Straight up and down. And we've been consenting to a lot of bullshit, dog. So we need to stop consenting to that shit and start stepping up. So yeah, straight up and down, that was that ETOUFEE of the day. You feel me? You dig? And we about to, close this on out with the last, the final stretch. First up is that Daily Dose America.
Right.
So in a Daily Dose America, man, I wanted to go into this was an interesting article I saw, man. 17 powerful tweets that remind us how damaging emotional abuse can be. And many people often, we just talking about sexual abuse, we're talking about physical abuse, but a lot of people don't understand, like a lot of people understand there's many levels to abuse. And many times the intimate partners are oftenly mentally abusing their partners in various ways. This from the National Coalition Against Domestic Violence. It is important to note that domestic violence does not always manifest as physical abuse. Emotional and psychological abuse can often be just as extreme as physical violence. Lack of physical violence does not mean the abuser is any less dangerous to the victim, nor does it mean the victim is any less trapped by the abuse. You dig? And this article just went into 17 tweets about that. And I just want to get into some of these tweets because there was some eye-opening shit. With the hashtag, maybe he doesn't hit you, but through a huge, raging, weeks-long, miserable fit because you cut your hair without his permission.
Lord Jesus.
Maybe he doesn't hit you, but he won't let you go home and see your friends very often or at all. Maybe he doesn't hit you, but he compares you to other women, criticizes your body, and constantly tells you you aren't doing enough for him. Maybe he doesn't hit you, but he says you should be grateful he doesn't. Maybe he doesn't hit you, but he makes sure you believe that you're too broken, damaged to ever be wanted by anyone else. Maybe he doesn't hit you, but he belittles your mental illness and makes you feel terrible about things you cannot control. Maybe he doesn't hit you, but steals and hides your medication.
The fuck?
This is shit niggas is doing out here. Maybe he doesn't hit you, but he threatens to kill himself when you muster up the strength to leave. So you stay and are manipulated even more.
I've heard of that.
Maybe he doesn't hit you, but instead he isolates you and destroys all of your platonic relationships, so he's all you have. Maybe he doesn't hit you, but he threatens your financial security, undermines your authority, and constantly tells you you are nothing without him. Maybe he doesn't hit you, but he tells you what friends you're allowed to have. Maybe he doesn't hit you, but he will call you no less than 40 times when you choose not to answer the phone to avoid a lecture or argument. Maybe he doesn't hit you, but he screams at you even if you did nothing wrong. Maybe he doesn't hit you, but he makes you believe that you're too broken, ugly, useless to be wanted by anyone else besides him. Maybe he doesn't hit you, but he criticizes you every day, compared you to better women, and told you you will never be or look good enough.
So these are some of these things that are reoccurring.
Maybe he doesn't hit you, but he swears he'll never yell at you like that again. Just don't make him so mad. Promise. Maybe he doesn't hit you, but he purposefully fails to communicate and resolve issues that are hurting you because he enjoys having power over you. And maybe he doesn't hit you, but you need his approval for everything. And he treats you like property and not a person. And they say if you need help, call the National Coalition Against Domestic Violence for anonymous help at 1-800-799-SAFE. And like you said, the control is the reoccurring One of the reoccurring things that's happening, these controlling crazy ass motherfuckers thinking that, like you said, they women are property.
Yeah. Man, I'm so glad I didn't fit this list. I'm looking like, man, I hope I don't make this motherfucking list. I know I got a bunch of mental issues going on with me. I'm emotionally fucked up. But I ain't make the list. I'm alright.
But one
I'm
thing,
not an abuser.
but one thing we can all do is, man, even if we didn't make this list, if anything, it makes you look at the things that we have done. You know what I mean?
I was looking at my list of shit like, all right, I definitely need to chill out on some other shit now. If this shit, like,
if any of these get too close, it's time to get a little further away from that shit. Just on a personal healing, on a personal accountability freaking check of like, yeah, check yourself, man, because this is only 17 tweets of 17 women. There's way more than 17 women.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And once again, like, if you was to poll every woman you know, you're gonna get a whole bunch of other shit. You dig?
Man, but it's like the whole, I remember I just came out of the phase a couple of years ago of like what friends you should have and shit. Cause you know, niggas be like, man, you don't need no nigga friends, man. Fuck wrong with you? What you need a nigga for? You got me.
And that go into insecurities, you know what I mean? Like there's a lot of things that people need to check about themselves before they start. Cause relationships shouldn't be about control. It should be about, it's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be happiness. It's supposed to be love.
Fun. If you're trying to control what somebody doing in their life, man, like that is not a partnership of any kind, man.
It's a dictatorship.
It's a dictatorship, and nobody needs that shit.
Nigga don't need toxic crusadership, dog. and it's just, yeah, and but so many motherfuckers, once again, going back to what we were talking about earlier, get in their brains that's the way it's supposed to be. I was having a conversation with a friend earlier, and we were talking about the Bible, about how, like, even in the Bible and in the Quran, how certain things are just set up of. She was talking about with her ex. She used to always get into it about him saying that they need to abide by him as the lead. He's the man, so he's supposed to lead. The Bible says he's supposed to lead. I'm supposed to lead, so you're supposed to listen to what I'm saying, woman. Whatever I say, go, woman. And they'll use all these other entities to for this. And the thing is, we always say, dog, the Bible got a lot of this man-made situation.
Yeah, I say, man, it's the classic, bro. Like, you are using religion to have power over people.
And
sponsor your fuckery.
You know?
And to sponsor your fuckery, for real.
Like, you know, that's what you hide. Like, you know, people hide behind, you know, the Bible says I can do it, you know, all the time. Or God says I can do it. Jesus said I can fucking do it. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, people are starting to wake up now, you know, like, I'm glad women are starting to see that, you know, that is complete and utter bullshit. You know, like, nobody...
I've been seeing it for years and just got their voice out.
Yeah, nobody deserves to be controlled in any fucking way. Like, I am a personal, like, I believe in straight up freedom. Like, you should be able to do whatever you want if you're not hurting people, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, and if this is your husband or your wife even, you know what I'm saying? If it's anything like you have to control them or vice versa, nah. That is not real life at all.
Right.
No matter what the Bible say.
No matter what any book say, son. Because
Right.
once it start doing shit like that, it's not about love. Once it's not about love, it's not about love. And I mean, that sounds simple, but it's the absolute truth. Once if you feel uncomfortable, if you feeling small, if you feeling weak, if you feeling less, if you feeling any of that shit from the person that you with, you shouldn't be with that person.
Nope.
You feel me? And these people out here, if you think that you are justified to have any kind of control over another motherfucker, telling that motherfucker anything that they should be doing, you should check yourself, because that ain't right, that ain't real, that ain't healthy. That ain't healthy, yo.
Check yourself.
That ain't healthy, son. That's part of growing up, unlearning the bullshit that we was forced to learn at times, dog. And if you think that's real, you feel me? So it's like it's nuts. It's all freaking nuts, and you know it's all part of me. Like we said, we're in the age of accountability, dog. And like, though, listen to our women. And once again, some men get mad at me and they be like, dog, you just be pro women all the damn time, dog. You act like women can't do nothing wrong. I ain't say women can't do nothing wrong, son. But if I'm speaking out for the oppressed, when we talk about racism, you don't go, oh, you act like white people can't do nothing wrong. You hear me? Like, you know what I'm saying? And I always go to race because for whatever reason, black men a lot of times don't get nothing. If you talk about gay stuff, if you talk about women, feminist things, they can't see it until you go through the lens that they can understand. And since we're men, we're not oppressed in any other manner most times then because of our race. So I'm not trying to always be like, why you always bringing up race? No, when I'm talking about black men, that's why I bring it up, because that's what they see through for some reason, dog. And I'm like, dog, I'm not talking about the women ain't oppressing men. You feel me? They're just not. Women do fucked up shit, just like as humans, we all do fucked up shit to each other. Women do some fucked up shit. I'm not denying that. But when it comes to sexual assaults, when it comes to fairness, when it comes to equal pay, when it comes to the issues specifically that we're talking about, harassment, rape culture, we talk about all this type shit, it don't even compare, yo. Shut the fuck up, nigga. Shut the fuck up, nigga. They're these not all men ass, Mr. Me Too ass niggas, man. And by the way, go check out Not All Men on Gubble Monster 504. But yeah, son. And as we end this off, man, with the As we end this off, we're in a low battery. So as we end this off, I just want to shout out, man, for the hero highlight.
All right, this right here is a PA man who gives free haircuts to the homeless, and now since he's been doing that, he got a free barbershop from a stranger.
Yep.
Stranger popped him off like Sailor Daddy. I see you doing your thing.
Pop him off.
He's your own barbershop.
That's good shit.
That's real good shit. According to WTXF TV, Sean Johnson heard about Brennan Jones' widely publicized haircut mission and decided he wanted to be a part of the Haircuts for the Homeless operation. When I found out, well, I needed to be a part of that, I need to see what can I do to help, Johnson told the news station. His way of helping, giving Jones a fully loaded, renovated, basically new barbershop that will offer the service of those in need. Jones did not have to pay a cent. He said, listen, I've got a building I want you to come and check out. He said, do you like this place? I said, yeah, I like it. He tossed me the keys and said, it's yours. Jones said, still amazed at Johnson's generosity. So, yeah, apparently, dog, this random stranger just popped him off.
I said, my nigga, I'm tired of reading this fucking article. Okay, the basis is. You hear me? And that's real, son, dog. He was giving free haircuts to the homeless, dog. I feel like that's something that should be damn near in every city, dog. It should be, that would be cool if even if the government, if that was one of the things that was sponsored in all freaking cities, like certain things just specifically for the homeless. Like, cause you know, nigga, even if you're homeless, you won't feel good, dog. And something about a haircut, something about getting fresh, you know what I mean? That just make you feel better, even in your most fucked up situation, dog. Really personal grooming, like sometimes, like if you even in your house, even clean up your house. If you're in your car, clean up your car, clean up yourself, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like that just feel good, son.
Boy, I seen there was a video of somebody else in another state who took haircuts and gave it to a couple homeless people, and the reactions of how they felt and how they looked afterwards, man, was amazing. Yeah. Like a whole new person, looking like some money.
We often treat our homeless like such lesser than, and it's like, dog, people go through all kind of shit, dog. Yeah. Humans is humans, and every human deserves to feel fucking human shit.
Right, dog.
You know what I mean? Fuck.
Ain't no bum, I'm a man. I'm just a man in bad time.
At this moment, bruh. But it's always about to come up. And you know, we about to get up out here, man. The last other hero highlights, I just want to shout out Terry Crews saved the day, man. This chick wanted to get y'all say she wanted to get his image from his character off Everybody Hates Chris on her credit card because his character Everybody Hates Chris was such an uptight motherfucker with money. Yeah. And they said you got to get his personal permission for us to put this on your card. She tweeted at him, he tweeted back, dog. He said, yeah, you got my permission, get that shit. They got like, oh, that's on real. That was real. You feel me?
I can't fuck with this. Look at Terry. Look at Terry Crews.
Terry Crews will keep my spending in check, bitch.
Fuck you spending this shit for.
Spending this shit for?
Fuck wrong with you? You ain't got enough for this shit. Take that shit back.
Hell yeah. So that's the hero highlight, man. And once again, dog, appreciate y'all listening, man. This was episode 37, side B of the Fly with Bats podcast. Yeah. We ain't gonna take another month off anytime soon, at least. Like,
I ain't gonna lie, we can't tell you too much, dog. This world is crazy.
But we here.
We're here, and we'll be back.
We here. So this is that actor guy, Martin Bats Bradford. You can find me on all your social media platforms at Mr. Bats. Spell it Mr. out, or you ain't gonna find me. Also, follow Gumbo Monster 504 on YouTube. Subscribe to that. Also like our Gumbo Monster page on Facebook. Also like and subscribe to us on iTunes, Google Play. And tell your friends the Fly with Bats podcast on anywhere you can get podcasts. You can get the Fly with Bats podcast. If you need some entertainment, you need to cure your boredom on your day-to-day thing. If you're on YouTube and you're going down the spiral of just trying to kill some fucking time, kill some time with us on Gumbo Monster 504. You dig? You hear me?
And then it's your boy over here, AlphaJoe, fresh out of the gumbo. You can find me on Facebook at Joseph Alpha Man Pines. Man, look, I'm tired of a motherfucker. I gotta go teach and act. But anyway, we out this bitch for side B. Men, keep your dick in your pants.
Unless you want it. Like what Tiffany had this shit, man. She said, man, look, if you naked and her clothes are on, then she don't want to see that shit.
Right? What the fuck?
You hear me? And so she pulling it out and asking for it or with it, and you know when they with it, dog. And I hate to say it, and you know what? You don't know. No, we don't know when they with it. I can't even say that. I want to say that no. Man, we suck. Sorry. Nope, we don't know, apparently. But wait for some consent.
Hey, get some real consent. Right. Get some real consent. Wait for her to make the first move, dog.
You know what I mean? That's what... D, tell me who you are, bro.
I'm about to say, like, I need to, like... do
what's going on outside?
It's garbage day.
School.
Oh, school. Sure is.
But anyway, last but not least, it's your boy D-Mac. And you can holler at me everywhere on the internet as FrenchBread_kid. So get at your boy.
And yeah, son, like there's this game in acting called Kitty Wants a Corner. It's a funny game whenever you say the name, and like you get in a, like it's a circle, and the person in the middle going to each person in the circle, and they saying Kitty wants a corner, and why they going to each person in the circle, the other people in the circle look at each other, and you can't switch places with the other person unless y'all make eye contact. And even make a head nod. You got to make eye contact and basically give consent to the other person that you want to switch places with them. And that's when you switch places while the person in the middle is trying to get one of those spots. And that's what it just made me think of. 'Cause I'm about to go teach in a second. That's what I'm about to get out here and do.
I'm about to go teach connection and consent.
But it just reminded me. That's what made me think of. Because I added to the game that wait for the head nod. We weren't taught wait for a head nod. We was just like you make eye contact and then you switch and you're supposed to know that. Blah, 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 blah. But I add the head nod because a lot of times what would happen is the kids would just start running. They just start running and they just start switching. Sometimes they'll run and push the other kid, and the other kid didn't even give their consent to take their spot. And it just really made me think of that whole metaphor.
So what you're saying is that when you don't consent, it's chaos.
Yeah, and if you don't teach consent, when I added the head nod, then it got more orderly and they started head nod, now we switch. Head nod, now we switch. Versus eye contact, which is still vague. And I felt like we learned in our generation eye contact, and that's too vague. You need to learn the head nod. Yeah. The head nod with the eye contact, and you ain't got no motherfucking problems.
Right. This can't be misinterpreted. Yes.
Head nod cannot be misinterpreted. You can't be nodding in audio.
That's
D,
easy.
yeah.
Right. This doesn't mean no.
You hear me?
Just as easy as a thumbs up or thumbs down.
So that's what I'm going to leave it with, man. Once again, thank y'all for listening. The email is flywithbats@gmail.com with all your comments and concerns or whatever you have to say. I ain't got nothing else to say, man. Appreciate y'all. I had to say that 50 million times because I really, really do. And we out here. Oh, and shout out to all our people. And I ain't about to shout them out right now. Y'all can get that at the top of the podcast if y'all forgot. Y'all know we fuck with y'all, man.
Y'all know DC.
Right. Yo.
Yeah. Chillin' on the couch, hand on my pouch. Just waking up, watching Homeboy House. Thinking about the day I had to press rewind, play. When I say being a doctor was my goal, ambition, thing I wanted to be. Until I learned the work that it took, and I would be in infinite debt. Then I imagine myself 80 years old, dead with debt over my head. Too much doubt, gotta go another route. Once I got on the music, I ain't never getting out. I envision my life and how I'ma live it out. Kids and a wife, I hope I figure it out. So until then, rule 10, gotta wrap it up, cause life moves on even if we get stuck. So I turn back on the tube, now I'm on the cool, watching set it off, wishing I would make moves. The tipo was a fool, but the blues, it will hit ya. So you stay inside so them bullets might miss ya. You can get your issue any single day, make beats at my home so I never fade away. Learning notes and keys, I gotta sit alone. I used to pray to God, but we don't get along. Preachers and believers trying to turn me around, but I should still be proud even if I'm not down with G.O.D. My real F-A-T-H-E-R, not in my vision of tomorrow. He's still living, never forgiving. I order, try and get along, but twice he ran alone, so now I stand alone. But I ain't lonely. Wheat, cheese, and turkey used to be baloney. Smart kid growing up, adapted in an instant. Winning every day, see my past in the distance. I don't regret a thing, cause I love my existence. Kinda militant, but that's just sentiments from living this life. Still got an open mind. People surprised I never been shot or did time. Step out on the porch, nothing never changed. Stuttering Jerome, old girl, what's her name? There go old Missy. Look at Miss Barbara and the lady who make the frozen cups daughter. Yeah, I got smarter. Learn from the dumb, been in my own lane. Just never had my own drums. Used to rap about clapping, they never had a gun. I was just imitating, but with a little patience, I'm 3 years ahead of my time and stimulating for me to imagine what would have happened if I was saving like every week. Cause living off pennies ain't sweet, it's bitter. You can be my nigga, but they don't mean that you fam. Trust is like putting a loaded 48 in the hand of a woman or a man who got ulterior plans. Now you're looking at your casket, the invisible man. Cars and the glam and entertainers demand. Isn't what I need, have me like Joe Queen, Phoenix. I'd rather never have an image, but shout out to the ladies in Jicks, whoever did it. I ain't a known rapper, but I represent it. Up on the track, New Orleans to the ending. Looking at a picture, the past feels near, but I'm living in the now and she so last year. Gotta go to work, do I wanna go to sleep? Been up all night with this beat on repeat. But life don't wait and money don't make itself. I need stability, but what I want is wealth.